Welcome everybody to the Listen Up podcast. This is your boy Sam, and today I want to do something a little different, like a quick hot takes edition of the Listen Up podcast to just put some content out there. After a great Super Bowl, it seemed like the biggest debate was not how great the Rams was, Aaron Donald, McVay, Stafford, Ramsey, but instead Joe Burrow. How many Super Bowls would Joe Burrow play in? How many would he win? Is Joe Burrow the next Tom Brady? So I'm actually going to answer that question on this podcast right quick. But while you're here, man, make sure you subscribe to the show. Make sure you like it. If you see it on your timeline, make sure you share it. And we're going to get right into it, man. So is Joe Burrow the next Dan Marino or is he the next Tom Brady? Well, I think you have to look at it like this. Can he be the next Tom Brady? Well, does he have Robert Kraft? Does he have Bill Belichick? I mean, unless we think that the coach that he currently has is going to be the next Bill Belichick, and understand this, Bill Belichick coached decades under Bill Parcells, one of the greatest coaches in NFL history. Was on a great staff with him, Tom Coughlin, Romeo Crennel, Charlie Weiss, bunch of great coaches under Parcells. Do we think Taylor has that type of pedigree? And we know Mac Brown is one of the cheapest owners in the NFL. So I don't actually think he becomes the next Tom Brady. I don't think a Tom Brady ever actually happens again. We had a Joe Montana because of the salary cap. There was no salary cap at that time. So I can't see him becoming the next Tom Brady. Can he be the next Dan Marino though, right? I also don't think he could be the next Dan Marino unless we think the guy Taylor is going to be as good as Don Shula or half as good as Jimmy Johnson was, two Hall of Fame coaches. That's going to be pretty tough too, right? So what is Joe Burrow? What do we look at Joe Burrow? What do we expect Joe Burrow to become? Uh, I look at Joe Burrow and I say to myself, great quarterback, great temperament. Is he going to be Carson Palmer or is he going to be probably Boomer Esiason? I would say probably Boomer Esiason more than I would say Tom Brady or Dan Marino. Because when you get into the conversation of great quarterbacks, you have to remember franchise matters, leadership matters, development matters, putting the pieces around you matter. So I can't actually see him becoming the next Tom Brady. And then in the AFC, the conference that he's in, he's got to go against Justin Herbert, Pat Mahomes, Lamar Jackson, Josh Allen, all young quarterbacks, all pretty much in their prime and probably going to stay in their prime. And I kind of trust the Ravens organization, the Pittsburgh Steelers organization. To be honest with you, I trust the Bills now. I trust Kansas City organization to, over the long haul, be a better overall franchise. So does Joe Burrow become Tom Brady? Hell no. Does he become Dan Marino? Probably not, you know. But he can become Boomer Esiason, and he can become Carson Palmer. I think he'll be a little higher, a little better than Boomer Esiason. Um, but yeah, that's my take on Joe Burrow and what he becomes or doesn't become. And it's crazy because we're so quick to kind of put these quarterbacks on these big high pedestal. But remember this: RG3 took the lead by storm his first year. Coaches on that staff: Sean McVay, Kyle Shanahan, Dad Mike Shanahan, head coach, Matt LaFleur also on that staff. And we only got 3 to 4 good years out of RG3. Really one great year, and that was it. The more the story is the NFL machine crushes everything except for Tom Brady. So y'all be good. Make sure you listen. Make sure you subscribe.